What if staying at home isn't laziness? What if it's intelligence? What if the people who cancel plans, avoid crowds, and choose silence aren't running away from life, but seeing something others don't? Have you ever noticed how some people feel exhausted after socializing, while others feel energized? Why do some minds crave noise, and others crave stillness? Why does home feel like a prison to some, and like freedom to others? Tonight, we're not judging this behavior, we're decoding it. Because the psychology of people who love staying at home reveals something uncomfortable about the modern world, and something powerful about the human mind. People don't randomly fall in love with staying at home. It's usually a response to overstimulation, a response to emotional noise, a response to constant performance. The outside world demands reactions. Smile here, talk there, react now, move faster. For some minds, this constant demand feels unnatural. Home becomes the only place where nothing is required. No reacting, no proving, no adjusting, just being. And for certain personalities, that state is not comfort, it's survival. Some brains absorb more information than others. Every sound, every facial expression, every shift in tone. These people don't just hear conversations, they feel them. Crowds aren't loud because of sound, they're loud because of energy. When too much input hits the nervous system, the brain demands withdrawal. Not because it's weak, but because it's efficient. Home reduces stimulation to a level the mind can finally breathe in. Silence isn't emptiness for these people, it's medicine. Loneliness hurts. Solitude heals. People who love staying at home don't feel abandoned when alone. They feel aligned. Their inner world is active, thinking, observing, connecting dots. They don't need constant external validation because their identity is internally anchored. Ask yourself, why does silence scare some people, but comfort others? The answer lies in how familiar someone is with their own mind. People who stay home a lot are often highly self-aware. They notice shifts in mood, subtle emotional changes, internal tension. They don't numb discomfort with distractions. They sit with it. And sitting with yourself requires courage. Home gives them space to process emotions instead of running from them. This is why they may seem quiet, but internally they are constantly moving. Surface-level conversations feel heavy to deep minds, not because they dislike people, but because shallow interaction feels dishonest. Talking without meaning feels like noise. Listening without connection feels empty. Home protects them from conversations that demand energy without offering depth. They would rather say less than say something meaningless. Outside, we perform versions of ourselves. Tone changes, behavior adjusts, masks activate. At home, the performance ends. No pretending, no explaining, no image management. People who love staying at home value authenticity over approval. They don't want to be impressive, they want to be real, and reality needs privacy. Some people withdraw not because they are antisocial, but because they are emotionally perceptive. They sense tension before words appear. They feel judgment before it's spoken. Staying home becomes a boundary, a way to reduce emotional friction, a way to preserve inner stability. This is not avoidance. This is self-regulation. Modern culture celebrates visibility. Be loud, be everywhere, be constantly available. So those who choose quiet are misunderstood. But depth doesn't announce itself, it develops silently. People who love staying at home aren't disconnected from life, They're connected differently. There is a shadow side. Too much isolation can slowly turn into fear. Comfort can quietly become stagnation. Healthy solitude restores energy. Unhealthy isolation drains it. The difference is intention. Are you staying home to recharge or to hide? If you love staying at home, you're not broken. Your nervous system is selective. Your mind is deep. Your energy is precious. And not everything valuable needs to be loud. Sometimes the strongest minds are built in silence.